Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Friends of Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick. What up, Dez? uh, this video goes out to the new terminology that I heard recently, which is Mgtow monk. So this is a Mgtow video. Look, I know I have a lot of segments and different videos out there on my channel. I also want to say thank you to my subscribers because now I have over 1,800 people who subscribe to my channel, and I want to thank all you guys for hanging out with the old dude. So I will be doing more sports videos coming up. I just put one out yesterday, and more Atlanta videos and stuff like that because there's a lot going on in Atlanta. But I wanted to talk more about this Mgtow thing. The video I put up, it's got like 35 hits. It's not like it's got a whole bunch of views, but nonetheless, I just want to make some points about Mgtow and being a Mgtow monk. Now, to my understanding, a Mgtow monk, to my understanding, just the word monk in there is a dedication. Like it's a discipline. That is just fascinating to me. But it's like, oh, am I slipping into that? It's just like, oh man, like, am I avoiding all women? Like, like a monk is an isolated lifestyle of some type. There's a thorough discipline of some type, and I've been through a lot of things, and I don't necessarily say I live an isolated life away from women. I don't date, I might have company like once maybe 2 or 3 months. There's not a lot of traffic here, mainly because I was doing a lot of studying and because I am avoiding people. I'm definitely avoiding women, but not to the point where I never want to see one. Every now and then, somebody I used to know years ago will pop up, hey, and then, stop by and see me. I'm okay with that, but I don't go to the clubs. Some people get mad because I said I don't drink and smoke. Sorry, I don't drink and smoke. I'm not very social. I stay in a house most of the time. I don't have a job, so I don't go out and, but I don't have a job because I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm a disabled, like, on disability. So every now and then I work. So I'm just, like, my situation has made me more isolated simply because I don't get up and go to a job every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that interaction with people. So I'm like, wait a minute, am I a Mgtow monk? And like, what are the rules? Like, I mean, do I pray 3 times a day about not desiring women? Because this is not going to happen over here. I'm always going to have a want, but I don't have a need for a woman in my life henceforth. There's not one here, because I can go out and get one in a heartbeat, but I don't really want one. I don't want all the madness that comes with it, and everything that I've seen, and how society is topsy-turvy, and how our life isn't worth spit anymore. I mean, it's up to some of these women. We would be eradicated from the freaking planet, for some of these extremists. And a lot of you have been leaving very, very interesting comments because you let me know that this was some type of manifesto by the woman who shot Andy Warhol. I had no idea like that was even out there. So I just want to thank all the rest of the Mgtow monks. But like I said, I'm not sure that's what I am. But do I have a disdain for a particular type of woman? Yes, indeed. But not all. But like I said, you can't tell who's who. So it's like, you don't know who's a good cop, bad cop. You just don't. It's like everybody, everybody has on a certain color. You think they're all bad because of that color. It's like, you don't want to make that assumption because it's just not true. You don't want to say all women are bad because it's not true, but all women are aware of the power that they have now into its entirety. They're aware that the jail system has over 2 million people in it, and the majority of them are men. They're aware that men get longer sentences. They are aware that they can make an allegation. They can get a cop to come out and just on assumption, the male is the guilty party. Some women have gone as far as scratching their face up and beating herself up and saying the black guy did it. This is, and or women who are actually in relationship have beat themselves up and say, hey, he did this to me. One guy recorded it and was just like, do you see what this woman is doing? And of course, it didn't work because he had proof. But nonetheless, that's how far it's gone. It's like, I know if I do this to myself, that I can blame you and still ruin your life. That's what happened to the two guys who are in college. And the woman wanted two guys on one, and they gave her what she wanted, and then she claimed rape. Turned around and said it was rape. And they were like, well, wait, what? We didn't rape this woman. She's our age. It was consensual. We're in college. Things happen. And she just, rape. Look, one of those guys was an aspiring football player. The other one, they both had regular lives. But, they're African American. And the police, they listen. The good thing, here's the thing about it is, it's worn out its welcome. Because what the police did, I got to hand it to the cops for this one. They never arrested them. They just investigated them. And see, here's the thing. Usually there's an arrest. Sometimes it can go at extreme as people can get shot while trying to be arrested. But here's the thing. Being that she was not black and they were black, they were still investigated to its entirety till they had to prove that they had nothing to do with rape. Like, it was all consensual. This is what she wanted. She asked us to do it, so on and so forth. And it still ruined her life because people, of course, they hear about it. It went public because it's on college campus, yada, 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 and everybody just assumed that they did it. Just like the Duke case where the colors were opposite. The woman was a black stripper and the guys were white, and she went to a frat house which she was paid to go to and strip, and this, that, and the third. You guys remember the whole Duke case. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, those boys are not guilty. But they had to spend all this money. The reputation went down. The people were just, they were tiki torching them. They just went after these kids. And I wish I was their lawyer. I wish I was their lawyer or the publicist or something. And that's one reason why I want to study law. Because it just pissed me off that they went after these kids like that. And listen, they're white, she's black, I'm black, and I was on their side immediately. I looked at that case and I was like, they didn't do it. And she couldn't pick out whose face was what. And all kind of holes in her story. And then boom, turned to find out they didn't do it. Those kids were innocent. It was impossible for them to have done that. Especially according to what she said. It was like, they didn't do that. You guys just went after these kids. Why? Mgtow madness. It's just mad. Like, no. Like, cut it out. So, I understand a lot of you guys who are like, look, one guy said, it's just easier to just, red pill it out and just stick to yourself. It's just easier. And that is the truth. That is the truth. And when you start looking at the benefits of having a woman in your life, even a good woman, we're not talking about bad women. We're talking about a good woman. You start looking at the benefits to the detriment. And you start weighing it out. You know what? The detriment is so much worse than the benefit. It's scary. It's, looking at the time. Okay, 9 minutes. The detriment is so much, it's scarier than, it just outweighs the benefit. It's just like, yes, you can have your children. You're just like, you got children. But she can also take those children away At the snap of a finger. Listen, the Department of Children's Services will raid your house and take every freaking child in there. If that woman makes one claim, they have to, listen, they have to investigate you. And during the time of investigating, they can take away your kids. Like, what the these are my these are my blisses, my blood, and you can come into my home with a gang of cops and take my children. This is true today. Listen, I'm telling you. Like, don't even go there. Oh, would you have my kids? Gone. Just like that. Until you're proven innocent. Just like that. That's the law. Listen, and I don't have a problem with protecting children. Because we know parents, men and women, have done heinous crimes to children. So I'm like, God, like, yeah, we need to investigate, but we just need to be careful. Because the knee-jerk reaction to these investigations are men just saying, I don't want nothing to do with a woman. And these are young men. Look, I'm 51. Nobody cares about me. You know, I'm not in the dating scene. My time is over. I'm not trying to have kids, but a 21-year-old man out here trying to sow his royal oats. You get enough of those men to say, not happening. I'll satiate myself some other way. I don't want kids. I don't want to be around them. I don't want a family. And this is a natural thing for a man to want. When you can stifle nature with fear, just from fear of it all being taken away on an accusation, you have yourself a problem. You have yourself a problem. You know, and this is, listen, this has nothing to do with color. This is all the way around the board. This is every man. So to you Mgtow monks, I get it. You're afraid. You're scared to death. And I'm with you. Because I know people who have their house ripped apart. They had their lives ripped apart. You know, lost children. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Ripped apart. And you can't say it's all the woman's fault. You can't. Because sometimes we choose the wrong people to be with. But now, to try to find the right person to be with, it's just so hard. It's all those years you're trying to figure out, is this woman okay? She got kids by her, and you're still trying to figure out if she's okay. Oh, you're on your third kid. Society gets worse, and you're like, can it still happen to me? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Not only is the answer yes, the answer is not only can it happen, it can get a lot worse. The further and further we're getting into this, we're seeing that it's just better to be a monk. Marriage is scary. Dating is scary. I just don't know what else to do. Yeah, you're stuck in between Scylla and Charybdis. It's your boy Tone 202.